What's going on, guys? It's MitchMotoMaths here, coming at you with another Rate My Ride Dirt edition. This week we are doing the Otways, so that's found about an hour and a half from Melbourne, out near Geelong, sort of Anglesey area. I will flash up a map right now for you to have a look at and see where it is, and then let's get to it. So, obviously, just mentioned where it is. It's the Otways, so it's just out of Geelong. It's about 20 minutes out of Geelong, so about an hour and a half from the centre of Melbourne. So for any of you southwest Victoria people, you probably already know this, so I don't need to tell you, but that's where it is. Yeah, that's pretty much all for the location. You know, it's pretty easy to find. You just basically follow the Geelong Freeway until you, and then just come off the Great Ocean Road, and it's pretty much smack bang in front of you. There is plenty of places to get access to it and everything like that, so it's not too bad. First thing, parking access. There is usually a pretty good car park. It's not super secure, but it's on the corner of Camp Road and Coal Mine Road. There's a whole bunch of spaces for you to pull over and unload your bikes and get onto there. And then there's just a whole bunch of little tracks in between around there, both north and south of the road of Coal Mine Road. So you will most of the time be crossing that to go to the north. Yeah, I don't know much other parking spaces around there. That's just always where we park when we go there. Looks like if you go along Forest Road, which is just before the turn off to Coal Mine Road, that is another. Looks like there's a lot of places to come park there, and there's a lot of accesses to the tracks, so you won't be worrying about being on the bitumen for too long. Yeah, so that's really all there is to say about the access. It's super easy to get to, super easy to find somewhere to park your car. Yeah. Next one is the difficulty level. I would say you've got a wide range of tracks, right? There's stuff for beginners, there's stuff for some of your more advanced riders, especially if you like, you know, a bit off the beaten track, I guess is probably the word I would use. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff for advanced riders, but it is a great place to firstly take any beginner rider full stop. It is the first place I took to WR. I went with Nathan's mate Westy. I did get a flat that day, but other than that, the ride was, I was learning on a new bike, on a bike that was a lot more torquey than what I was used to, and it still seemed pretty good. But there is also some more advanced level stuff that if you go a little bit on the north, sort of west part of it, there is some really, really fun, hard hill climbs, and if you've got weaker riders with you, they can take the long way around and still be able to, end up in the same spot as you. Yeah, there's one awesome hill climb. I don't think I have any footage of it, just because I didn't see it coming and I couldn't do it, so I went around. But yeah, there's some awesome spaces there. Yeah, that's really difficulty level. Pretty much anyone go through. There is definitely spots for someone that wants to start learning a little bit of proper off-roading on their adventure bike. There is some much tamer climbs and ways to build up your skill with some more technical stuff on a big heavy adventure bike if you need to. I don't think there's much else I can talk about with difficulty levels, so we'll move on to sort of the style of tracks and the surface and all of that. There's a lot of sort of gravel, there's a little bit of clay, at least it felt like clay. Didn't take a hard look at it, and there is a little bit of not deep sand, but a great sort of beginning into someone going, okay, this is what it feels like on sand. It's nowhere near as deep as Hattah or a few other areas. Well, obviously the Fink and things like that are much deeper. Yeah, in sections. But yeah, so that's sort of the main sort of surface. There has been a lot of it is pretty popular with four-wheel drivers, so you'll find that it has been dug up, it has been sort of messed up a bit and shuffled, and a little bit harder to, there's a lot of ruts. You would have seen in my first video at the Otways, I've done two videos there. The one where it was just me and Wesley, there was basically like, it was almost, if I was standing in the rut, it was above my hips, clearly. So there's just some things to watch out for. But you can use them to your advantage, and if you're like me and kind of struggle, you can just follow the rut all the way through, and it makes it a lot easier. It is a bit awkward when it is really high up and it's really thin, because you end up sort of having to waddle a little bit, or I have actually stood on my seat at one point because it was the only way I could, maintain the throttle and go through. But a lot of those tracks get closed, especially over the winter period, because to stop people digging them out even more and more and more, there is a lot of issue with, we think, tracks that are in very good condition get closed because it's just what the council decides, and then they reopen them for like 2 months, and it's very frustrating and very annoying, but it is what it is. So it's got a good mix of dirt, sand and clay, nothing overly foreign, or no super deep sand or anything like that, so it's a really good one. Once again, erring back on that side of the difficulty level, it is one to sort of bring first timers, or first couple of rides to, at least I think, especially if you know the area well, I think then you know which tracks to take and which tracks not to take in terms of the difficulty. Next one talk about is sort of the flexibility with how you can go. This is a place where I've been twice, and I don't feel like we've touched on about 25% of the area. I could be wrong, we could have touched on all of it, but it just felt like there was a lot more when I looked around. It's like, oh, we haven't been there yet, When I looked in the maps, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many tracks everywhere. There is so much flexibility with your ride, and where you can go, what you can choose, and there's just so much choice. And I think there was only one track the first time I went that was the same as the second time I went, and there was only like 3 tracks that were the same the third time, because there's only, the second and third time, and the 2 times I've done videos, the first time I didn't because it was before I started all of this. But yeah, so really, really worth having a look in terms of, you'll be able to go there quite a few times and not feel like you haven't repeated anything too much. Alright, the last thing we go before I sort of just give a general overview of the area is sort of the views and the scenery, and it's on the coast. You're going to get some epic views, you're going to get some epic scenery. There's not a lot of historical sites that we could find, unlike a few of the other places, at least from what I've seen, and I've kind of been, all 3 times I've been there, I've been the one sort of lagging behind, so I don't get a chance to sort of have a look around at, is there anything like, really cool old buildings like Nathan and I found out in the Rubicon Thompson sort of area, and where else? We found the old mines at the Strathbogies. Like I haven't seen anything like that at Anglesea, but some of you will be watching this. It's like, I just care about the riding. You won't be caring so much about sort of the other, key viewpoints that you can see. But it is a really nice area, and if you go slightly further south, which I will do in another video, sort of Lavers Hill, Cape Otway, that area is really nice. so it's worth having a look. So if you want to go for like a weekend, you could do Anglesey one day, and then go further south and go Lavis Hill, or I'd probably go the other way round, so on the Sunday you're coming back from a little bit closer if you are from Melbourne. Obviously the further you are from it, that'll weigh into your decisions of where you go first. But my general sort of recommendation is this is the place to try at least once. I love it there. It might be because I'm a little bit biased because Nathan and Westy, both the guys have been there. I've been with them, one of them every single time at least. They know it like the back of their hands because they're from that area. But it still is really awesome, like an awesome ride, an awesome place to go. Great place to take someone for an introduction to dirt bike riding. Like the only other area I'd recommend is doing a run up to Craig's Hut from Marimba, just because that's relatively simple with a few simple hill climbs. There are some ones that I will eventually do, but I'm still need to make my list of places that I'm going to do for the Rate My Rides. But yeah, I would put it on. It's the best one on the coast I've done so far. That's definitely it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. Turn that notification bell on. If you have any recommendations or you have anything you want me to do a video on, pop it in the comments. If you want me to do a video on a particular area, or you want me to just ride a particular area and give the thoughts on it, or you want me to do a video on my motor vlogging setup. I did one on my day pack setup, but if you want me to do a video on that, let me know. I will eventually. There's been a lot of just a lot of interruptions with the house. I will have, by the time you see this video, I'll have settled and started moving in. I'm hoping to get a whole bunch of videos edited so I don't have to worry about trying to edit and upload videos while I'm in the midst of moving, and then once I finish moving I can focus on filming some more videos. I am hoping you're enjoying. Obviously, if you're still listening at this point, you're enjoying. I'm just going to ramble for a little bit. Oh shit. And sort of go on. I've just lost my train of thought. Sorry, I just realised. Yeah, so hoping to get all the videos edited and stuff like that, all uploaded, ready to go. By the time you see this, I should have the next sort of 3 or 4 weeks worth of videos ready to go, and then I'll be editing, filming and editing some new videos once I've actually moved. I'm going to be trying to film quite a few more Rate My Rides in areas where I haven't really touched on. I need to start making that list, and if you have any roads that you think I should check out, or dirt regions that you think I should check out, pop them in the comments. Thanks for sticking around for this little extra ramble at the end of the video, and I will see you next time.